GoPro stop recording. What up, nerds? I ain't done much lately with the cars and stuff because my back still hurts. So I've focused on music. I made a lot of TikToks ranting about stuff, and basically if it involves like sitting down, I'm in. So I've been going to physical therapy. It's not helping. So anyway, my neon's broken, and I just fixed the problem by avoiding it. The right front wheel bearing is screaming horrendously bad. So I'm going to break into the barn and take the right front spindle off of this, the parts car. At this point, that's what it is. And see if I can jam it on my white car without killing myself. Annoying. There's the spindle. It still has an axle in it and a tie rod attached to it, a ball joint and a brake, and I just need the spindle. I don't even think it has an axle bolt on it because I used it for the NYG last year. So I'm gonna get my dead blow, 10 mil. I think that's a 19 on an impact, and then I think a 15 and an 18 for the ball joint. Let me go get them. A rather difficult angle for me to be in, but I need to get it done. So put these up here on the fender rail where hopefully I just don't lose them eventually. This is the first wrenching I've done in months. Cool to know what brake pads these are. Maybe I can reuse them. Oh, I'll figure it out later. I have no interest in worrying about that right now. See, really, I need them out of my way. All right, there's that. That's a 19 on the bottom of this, and there's no capture nut on it, so that's good. Well, good for me. I found my dead blow hammer, so I'm trying to get this stupid axle out of here. I gotta try and get this tie rod out too, which is doesn't look like it's gonna want to cooperate. I'm gonna jam this pry bar in here and smack it with my hammer, my dead blow, and see if I can. Oh wait, that might just be moving. I don't know. Well, you missed it, but I finally got the axle to go through some, so that's cool. I also had to put the axle back in the transmission because apparently it popped out. Let's see if this works. Oh, I think that did something. I'll just pull it up now. The axle keeps like on the fucking transmission side, so I'm just gonna take it out. That's cool. A lot more room there like that. I don't know if you can really see what I'm doing, but I got the pry bar into where the ball joint is. Up and off. Cool. Flip that over. I'll smack the tie rod out of it. I do not know where that bolt went, otherwise I just put it back in.
It's a little crunchy, but it's not terrible. God knows how many miles are on that thing. Let's go repeat the process on the other car. Thing was unhappy about starting, but it started. Usually what happens when these sit is the lifters lose their prime and they don't have any oil in them. So when it just did that long crank for a second, I had my foot on the floor, and that's called the flood clear. I was trying to get it to just pump oil for a second. And then I was trying to get it to start without me putting my foot on the throttle, because they sound crazy sometimes. But yeah, now that it's run for 45 seconds, it's totally fine. That's funny. Oh, by the way, I want to show you guys something. A little bright, but whatever. I picked up a set of these fucking vintage APC taillights off my buddy Craig. It was Sergeant Craig on neons.org. But anyway, Craig bought a Neon brand new in 1998. Drove it for a while, met his wife while he had the car, and then in 02 or 03 he sold it. I think it was 02, because I last saw him 22. Yeah, so in 02 he sold it, and it became like a show car. But Craig raced this car in Nopi, like the front wheel drive NHRA thing. Like, he was very successful with this car. So anyway, he sold it in 02. Person bought it, turboed it, blew up the turbo. And somebody else bought it and basically sat because it had a modified fuel system and it was making too much fuel pressure. It basically would just run like crap all the time. So Craig saw it pop up for sale in 2022, and he was like, oh my God, I think it's my car. Then he went and looked at it and bought it back, and it had like a body kit on it, these APC tail lights, and a bunch of other junk. And he was like, that's my car. And he was talking over the dude, and he was like, yep, I put the sticker on it, I did this to it, I did that to it. So anyway, Craig has the car back, and he put it back to the way he had it. And I got these APC taillights that I'm going to put on this and do something kind of funny with. So that's why I have them, because I'm a goofball, not because kind of because I'm a racer. I was in the closet racer. So anyway, that's the story about where I got these taillights from. So I got the car up, I'm about to take the wheel off, but I tightened the axle nut down really tight. And I think because I did that, I can't diagnose the wheel bearing like I normally would, where you just kind of grab it and wiggle the wheel back and forth a little. So, but it's not free to spin like normal, so I'm going to pull it apart. Hopefully this is the side that's bad. Hopefully this is actually the issue. So again, two 10mm bolts to get this caliper off. Since I have this up, I really should change the oil because I don't remember the last time I did it. I know it's been a long time, but I keep dumping fresh oil in it, so it's always getting somewhat changed. The axle went right back through. I'd had these out at one point, so I'm gonna lose my alignment, that's right, but I did it myself anyway, so I'm not really too pressed. 21 on one side and a 22 on the other. Usually a deep 22, but you can get away with a shallow if you play it right. Alright, I'm removing the ball joint bolt. Because having the same issue, I can't quite get the tie rod out. Have it down to separate those tabs a little. GoPro, stop recording. I'll move the camera so you can see me a little bit better, but it's getting late and grainy. But got the spindle off, and it's not supposed to sound like that. And go get the other one. Here's the other one, and it doesn't sound 100% smooth, but it's 1,000 times better than that other one. Now this spindle looks like it was dredged up from the bottom of a lake, where the spindle that just came off the car looks marginally better. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. I think I gotta call it a night because my back's hurting. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll pick this up tomorrow. So hopefully it doesn't rain. So I'm getting ready to reinstall the new spindle onto the ball joint. And I noticed the ball joint is turned a little bit. It's, you know, pointing a little bit as if the wheel is cocked to the left. So when I put the spindle on, I have to rotate it so I can slide the bolt through easier. So you're gonna watch me struggle with that for a few minutes. Wow, it's facing even further, which is not helping. Let me go get my channel locks. I'm gonna twist this. These axle nuts are supposed to be torqued to like 150 foot-pounds. Setting 2 on my impact gun is about 100, and 3 is a little bit more. So hit 2. About 100. 3 is a lot more, so I'm gonna. It's hopefully good. Hopefully we don't have that problem again. So that was super annoying. I definitely didn't tighten it down enough last time, and that was the cause of my issues. Put the brake rotor on. Slide the caliper on. Ooh, the caliper tightened up a touch. I have to get the old pad spreader out on this thing, but wow, that almost never happens. How's it going, Shorty? You're good, man.
I heard you recording. I was like, I'm trying to be quiet.
Appreciate it. That bolt in, that bolt in. This one here. Now, because these struts are slotted, they do have a lot of adjustment in them. But I'm just going to try and get it to where it was, which is, I don't exactly remember where. I should have probably taken a better eyeball measurement than I did. So a few years ago I had a coworker who had a Ram, and he was always like, I don't know why my Ram's a piece of crap, and then he would just like beat the shit out of it. So anyway, he traded in his Ram on a Chevy, and he gave me a bunch of this oil that he was going to dump into it, but he never got around to doing the oil change on the Ram. And it's like, I don't even know where he found it. There's no name brand on it. Oh, it's Sam's Club, I think. Sam's Club brand oil. It says distributed by Sam's West. But anyway, I have 4 quarts of Super Tech and a quart of this, and I'm going to dump this into my Neon because honestly, this is what the car is going to get. It just burns oil. This is 520. In a month, I'm probably going to buy some 1530 to put in it because it just burns oil at a crazy rate. Burns oil crazy. So anyway, I'll change the oil real quick. You've seen people change oil. It's not a big deal. Well, all that's left is I got to get that oil catch pan out of the way, and then put the wheel on. It's got 5 wheel studs now, so I can put my 4 lug nuts on it for now until I get a 5th one. I have one in the garage somewhere. And then go for a test drive after dinner, I think. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna keep these tires, these wheels on this, or if I want to put a different set on it. Alright, nerds. This is our test drive, and I have Clara with me, taking video.
Yeah.
I'm trying to navigate through my yard. There's like a bell and a pallet. That is my wife's doing.
Oh my god, it's blinding.
It's
So
alright.
blinding.
We gotta find somewhere for your bell to go. Just so I don't ring it with the car.
I'm scared. I'm scared we're gonna die.
Oh,
We're gonna die going down a hill.
I've gone. We're fine.
No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in here.
Claire, I promise you won't die in a Neon. Not with me driving. I don't know if it's making noise yet. I gotta get up to about 40, but. How was that Miata I chased down the other day?
No, I didn't. Oop.
He always drives past our house really fast, and then it kind of irks me because, I mean, I got you and Jerry in there. This definitely is going to need a tow and go alignment, but. Oh, the hood's up. Oh, the hood's up.
Oh my.
The hood's not latched all the way. Hood's shut now. We're off on the road. We were going 5 Below in Westminster, which is about 25 minutes away. Everything's about 25 minutes away from my house. So, doing this is a success. The car isn't making that roaring sound anymore. And I'll be able to get 40 miles per gallon again driving this. So, thanks for watching. An hour a day will make the jack stands go away, but sometimes you gotta split your hour up amongst days.